This video is Immortal approved. You want to play Hoodwink? Here's how in under 15 minutes. Use the chapters below to figure out what you need to know fast. Hoodwink's a character that's typically played in pause 4 or 5. Her ability kit consists of an unreliable stun, an escape, and a break via her ultimate. I'll go more in depth about her abilities later on in the video, but that's a quick overview of what she brings to your team. First off, in what I'd like to call, we have heroes like Void Spirit and Timbersaw. These matchups are borderline unplayable in the Immortal bracket, but they aren't impossible in lower ranking Dota. Characters that hard counter Hoodwink are Storm Spirit, Mars, Batrider, Night Stalker, and Vengeful Spirit Core. Next we have counters, which are Pango, Ember, and Beastmaster. And lastly, in the problematic section of my tier list, we have heroes like Monkey King and Treant. Your starting items on Hoodwink consist of a Blightstone, Tango, Fairy Fire, and 2 branches. Early game, you're going to want to get brown boots and finish your wand. And then once you have enough gold, you're going to want to get a mana stone so you can get mana boots. Next, you need to decide on whether your team needs an urn or a medallion. It all depends on whether the other team has high HP regen heroes like Huskar and Timbersaw, but for the most part, medallion's usually the better choice. By mid to late game, you should disassemble your mana boots and make an Aether Lens. Finish your medallion/urn into the respective Solar Crest and Spirit Vessel and have a 4-staff. In terms of extension items, in case you have extra gold, you should build a Veil of Discord if your team has 2 magic cores, Aghanim Scepter, Boots of Travel if the game is a stalemate and you want to push waves and counter ratting, and Lotus if your team needs one and your offlaner is just not willing to buy it for you, you know? Hoodwink's first ability, Acorn Shot, is sort of like Witch Doctor's Paralyzing Cask. However, instead of stunning enemy heroes, it plants a tree when it's ground targeted. If you press Alt-Q and set the ability to autocast, the ability will plant a tree regardless of whether or not you click the ground or not. Alright, next we have her W, which is Bushwhack. It's a stun that's relatively hard to land since it only works on enemies that are close to trees. So you want to use this in conjunction with Acorn Shot to get the modifier from the tree. Hoodwink's third ability, Scurry, has 2 effects. Passively, it gives the character up to 32% evasion, but only if the character is near a tree. When activated, it gives the character free pathing in trees along with a movement speed buff. This ability opens the hero up to safely split push enemies. Finally, Hoodwink's ult is Sharpshooter. It causes her to charge up and unleash a high damage arrow, which breaks and slows her target. There's an icon above her item bar that indicates the max windup, and additionally, she can still use Acorn Shot and Bushwhack when she's charging, so keep that in mind. With all these abilities discussed, here's what your skill build should look like at level 6. After that, skill accordingly based on your game and playstyle. My goal is to make high quality Dota content every week, and if you're interested in that, consider subscribing. If you found any discrepancies in what I said and want to help me make better videos in the future, leave a comment down below. And thank you for watching.